Okay, let's give you guys some practice. So the equation for this line here is given by this, and we are going to evaluate it from 1 to 4. So we are going to rotate this arc length here 360 along the y-axis. So we are going to rotate this 360 along the y-axis. So you're going to get, when you do that, you're going to get this solid here. Okay, so this here will give you a solid here. Work out the surface area of this solid here. And remember, we are not interested in this top area, and we are not interested in the bottom area. We are not interested in the bottom area. We are only interested in this arc length being rotated around 360 along the x-axis. Okay, so work out the surface area of this. The formula for the surface area, the formula that we're used to is this. But because when you use this, you're actually rotating it along the x-axis. But because in our case we are rotating along the y-axis, we have to use this one here. Okay, so gear your mind into working in terms of the x distance. So if you think about it, think about summing up everything. So you're summing up everything. So if you zoom into one particular slice here, this is your dy. So the thickness of this is dy. So you are working into. So try and gear your mind into thinking or in terms of the x direction. So if you look at this here, the radius of this. So the radius of this is 2. The radius of this is 2 pi r. The radius of this is 2 pi r. But then you've got to think of this r, the radius, in terms of x. So this at the moment is in terms of y. So you need to rearrange it, blah blah blah. Yeah. So think everything in terms of the x direction here. Okay. And then this here is your arc length here. And then you've got to, well, do whatever you want, work out the surface area of this. Press pause and have a go. Okay, so to do this here, gear your mind into summing up everything. So actually visualize you doing these lines inside your head. Okay, so you're summing up everything. So you are summing up everything from, well, look at this here. You're moving along the dy direction here. So the thickness of this particular disc here is, well, not really a disc, but the thickness here is dy. So you know it's going to be you're summing up everything and then right at the end here is dy. You're going to rotate it. You're going to need to times it with the circumference, which is 2 pi r. But the radius would be you arranging this. So it would be well, it would be you rearranging it. And don't forget, you are summing from 0 to this point here. Okay, you are summing up everything from 0 to this point here. So you're summing up from 0 to this point here. So you need to know where this point is. Well, this point here will be when you put 0, when you put 1 into the x here, and then that will then give you your y. Okay, so you need to integrate it. Hang on, you need to integrate. So starting with your equation here, rearrange everything so you're working in terms of x. So here, starting with y here, rearrange everything and work in terms of x. Okay, so hang on. So remember, we're summing up everything from 0 to this point here. Okay, so hang on. So we're summing up everything from 0 to this point here. Well, this point here. So you're summing up everything from 0 to this point here. Okay, well, this point here would be you putting the 1 into the x. So when you put 1 into the x, it will be a half squared, which is a quarter, and then 16 over 4 take away. So that would be 15 over 4. So you're summing up everything from 0 to 15 over 4. So you're summing up everything from 0 to 15 over 4. And you need to times it with the circumference. This is your circumference. And remember the radius here, the radius here, you need to, the radius here, what is the radius right at this point here? Right, this lies here. What is the radius? Well, the radius would be you rearranging this thing here. So when you rearrange it, it would be when you rearrange it, it would be this. Okay, so this is your radius, and then this here is your arc length. But don't forget, your arc length is your arc length. You're moving in the y direction here. The arc length here would be, well, this here would be your arc length. Okay, this here would be your arc length, and then later on we need to I will continue in the next video. Okay, so this is this is your circumference, this is your arc length, and I will continue in the next video.